For more on crime and the midterms, let's bring in our political panel. Former Special Assistant to President Donald Trump and Director of Strategic Communications for the Trump-Pence 2020 campaign, Marc, and former Hillary Clinton campaign National Finance Team member and Brownstein Hyatt Farber Schreck partner, Al Mottur. That is quite the title you got there, Al. Lauder and Mottur. All right, we are happy to have you both in studio. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So let's begin here with this issue of crime. You know, we heard Jen Psaki last week admit that crime is probably one of the biggest vulnerabilities for Democrats. And in the Senate race in Pennsylvania, you've seen Dr. Oz seize on that. He has been hitting John Fetterman on crime. I want to play you a bite and get your reaction.
And I got to give you my diagnosis. It is far-left radicals like John Fetterman, my opponent in this Senate race, who've gotten this ideology that it's okay to value the criminals more than the innocent. I mean, take Fetterman specifically. He's the most pro-murderer candidate in America.
The most pro-murder candidate in America. I mean, Oz was not doing well. He was struggling for a few weeks. Now he's closing in on Fetterman. So did Democrats make a mistake broadly by not being more forceful in addressing crime?
I think that we always get in trouble on this issue when we're not serious-minded, and those comments by the New York council members suggest that type of a wrong-headed approach. I mean, it's absurd to tell people you need to try to counsel a criminal as opposed to seek the police. It's just as absurd, by the way, as to tell people, let's arm teachers in schools, which my Republican friends suggest. Let's let the police take care of these problems, not people who are untrained to do so.
We haven't seen Democrats making a big push to, for instance, fund police. They got the bill through in the House to fund police, but the Senate didn't bring it up. We didn't hear the president out calling for it. Marc, your answer.
You know, this is going to be a big problem for Democrats. In fact, most of the major issues are problems for Democrats right now, whether it's the economy, gas prices, crime, very real issue. It's a top 5 issue, according to the polling I've seen, on the minds of the American voter right now. And whether it's in Pennsylvania, you've also got it going on in the Wisconsin race, you've got it out in Arizona. It's a major issue that the candidates are focusing on. And one thing I would say for the folks watching at home is if you don't really understand who's on whose side, almost every Republican Senate candidate's being endorsed by the police and the Fraternal Order of Police, all of the police unions, because they know who's on their side.
Well, there is one issue where Democrats have a clear advantage, and that's when it comes to abortion. I want to pull up our Fox News poll. It shows that Democrats have an advantage on that issue by 20 points, and 62% of voters believe that that is their top issue. You know, it falls just below crime in terms of priorities for voters. And so, you know, I want to ask, with the Dobbs decision, you know, we've seen some races that looked like they were going to go to Democrats. I'll use Don Bacon in Nebraska as an example. He was up 15 points in May, and then the Dobbs decision came down, and his opponent is surging. So, you know, is this issue going to hurt Republicans, and will you be able to bring back any female voters who have made their minds up because of abortion?
Well, I think it's misstating the facts when we talk about it. It's just a one-sided issue, because I think when you look at what the Democrats are supporting, and nearly every Democrat on the ballot this fall has voted to allow taxpayer-funded abortion up until the moment of birth. And when our candidates and when our office holders talk about that, I don't think many women out there are going to say that a baby should be killed on its birthday. I mean, these are extreme policies. And when we highlight what those are, I mean, that's something where 80% of the American people are opposed to it, yet all the Democrats are on record supporting it.
And I have to correct one thing. I referenced it as a Fox News poll. It's actually an ABC Washington Post poll. But more broadly, you know, on this issue of abortion, when, to your point, you have the Dobbs decision sending the issue back to the states, and then you've got states trying to legislate more conservative restrictions, more stringent bans. You know, Al, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Jackie. I mean, he's talking about policy positions. You're talking about laws. And when laws exist that take away half of our country's freedoms, their reproductive rights, their privacy, the right to do what they choose to do with their own body, you're going to have this surge in enthusiasm.
All right, we are out of time, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.